I'm ready to present my evidence as to why I believe that these two are not only up to no good with our country's politics, but also up to no good in their private life, if you catch my drift. So the media has been talking about Laura Loomer all week. As we know, Laura Loomer and Marjorie Taylor Greene have gotten into a little catfight on Twitter. They've been going back and forth for a couple of days. Marjorie Taylor Greene, of all people, believes that even Laura Loomer is too extreme for MAGA. I know the craziest thing about Laura Loomer. This was her just a few years ago. This is Laura Loomer at the age of 25. And this is Laura Loomer currently. She's 31 years old. Laura Loomer was born in 1993. I don't know what's aging her faster, her hateful rhetoric, or the Botox in the filler. I have no idea. Really, all you need to know about Laura Loomer is she is about as far right as it gets, and she is so far down the conspiracy theory pipeline, she may be in the center of the earth. Her rhetoric is just like beyond hateful. There's no words. Since this little spat between Marjorie and Laura began, and people began to realize that Laura Loomer is supposedly an independent journalist, but she has been everywhere with Trump for quite some time now. The media is now reporting that Laura Loomer not only often stays with Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago, but she also often travels with him on his private plane. Most recently, Laura traveled with Donald Trump to the debate a couple of days ago in his plane. If you want to know who he was running his debate prep with, it was probably Miss Conspiracy Theory herself, Laura Loomer. This personally was not enough for me. Just her staying at Mar-a-Lago, the planes being at the rallies, it wasn't enough for me. So I went and did a little dive into her social media, which is a very dark and scary place. I don't recommend anyone ever visits. So I went through her tweets where she's talking about Donald Trump, and the way she talks about him is not normal. Even if, like, this is a politician who she admires, adores, whatever. Then I saw this tweet that Laura posted herself back in August of 2023, and I think this is what really did it for me. Today was the best day of my life. I got to spend the entire day with the greatest president our country has ever had, Donald J. Trump. President Trump is the most down-to-earth and amazing person ever. He is the best host. He is hilarious, and he is also generous and kind. I had a regular ticket to the golf tournament today, and he saw me when he was getting into his golf cart. I got out of his golf cart and he told me to come to his box, and he walked over to me to take a picture with me, telling me how thankful he was for all my work to expose Ron DeSantis. I was supposed to fly back to Florida today, but I extended my trip after speaking in New York City so I could show up to Bedminster today to show support for President Trump since he's under attack by the DOJ nonstop. I had no idea if I would meet him. I just came to support him and film videos of all his fans so I could show everyone how much he is loved by the people. Can't believe I ended up sitting next to him the entire day, eating with him and learning about golf. He wanted me to sit next to him all day, and it was the best day ever. He is truly one of a kind, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do for him. I am so thankful for Donald Trump. I really love him with all of my heart, and I appreciate him choosing to sit next to me today when there was tons of pro athletes and major donors at the same event today who he could have easily had sit with him in his box instead. Yes, this is one tweet. This is still going. Donald Trump inspires me to never give up. He inspires me to be a fighter, and he has inspired me for years, even before he was a candidate for president. Everyone who knows me knows I am President Trump's biggest fan and have been since I was a teenager and in college, where I was the president of college Republicans. I will be fighting as hard as I can to get him elected in 2024, and then once he's elected, I will give up my entire life in Florida, where I have lived for most of my adult life, and I will too move to DC to work for him and fight for him in the swamp, where I will protect him from disloyal people if he wants me to. I wouldn't even think twice about it. We all need to fight for Donald Trump. And then after that tweet, I saw a few videos that she had posted of herself filming at rallies, at the RNC, etc., etc. And the way she talks to this man, and it's not how colleagues talk to one another. Okay? I'm going to say it just like that.
We love you! I love you! I love you, President Trump. Amazing speech, guys. I love this. I'll never give up on you. Amazing. You're amazing. I love you. Best president ever. We love you, though. President Trump, we love you.
We're winning New York.
I love you.
And the last piece of evidence I would like to show to support my theory is this photo alone. Now, a part of me that loves chaos would just love to see this woman pop out with a pregnancy announcement with Donald Trump being the father. I think that would be so funny. I think that would be the funniest thing ever. But, anyway, I believe the theories. I believe the theories that there's something going on here personally. But realistically, she's probably not the only one. Okay, just one more thing about the Laura Loomer stuff, and then I promise I will shut up. So I was doing a little investigating into Laura Loomer's social media, some of her fan pages, etc., and either something has been going on between these two for a while, or Laura Loomer is just an obsessed fan. I have no idea. Like, for example, this photo from a party at Mar-a-Lago in 2021, the matching outfits. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're telling me they just happened to have the exact same color scheme for the evening? Like, I think Laura Loomer has been in the inner circle for a while now. Like, here's her campaigning for herself and Trump back in 2020 with the woman whose name she envies more in the world than any other woman, Laura Trump. Here is Laura Loomer with Don Jr.'s fiance at a holiday party in Mar-a-Lago in 2019. I would like us to discuss this photo. And the reason I would like to discuss this photo is because I was looking at it and I was like, you know, that's not her normal contour that she puts on her cheek. You know, that's kind of, looks kind of strange, right? That's his foundation, spray tan, whatever, all over the side of her face. That is his color. Like, why would she put like a bronzer right there? Probably kissed her other cheek first. This is why Melania will not kiss. This is so funny. This one was incredibly juicy, posted by one of her fan pages, and they like quoted her exact caption that she posted on her page. Post reads, checked my mailbox today and found a hand-signed note from President Trump that says, Laura, you are amazing, on top of a news article about a rally I organized in support of him in the Village. Thank you, President Trump. This made my day. I'm going to frame this heart, and then Laura Loomer. And if you know old Donnie Boy's signature, that's certainly it. And I'm no body language expert. This is electric. It's like, where's Waldo at the RNC? Where's Laura Loomer? Can you spot her? Oh, there she is. This is fun. Let's do it again. Where's Laura Loomer? Oh, we found her. One more time. Anyone see her? Anyone spot her? There she is. And I know this is not strong evidence, but I still believe the theories. Like, you're trying to tell me they just happened to wear the same color scheme at a party in Mar-a-Lago? Just by coincidence?
We are losing our country because of big tech election interference. And I am pleading with the Republican Party to please start taking this issue seriously. Please.
Laura is a supporter. I don't control Laura. Laura has to say what she wants.
I knew Laura Loomer in undergrad, and I want to talk about it. So I met Laura in 2012, spring semester, my freshman year. And I walked into my psychology class. She was sitting front row, and I sat diagonally behind her. And I walked in and sat down, and she turned around and just stared at me straight on, no blinking, probably 10 to 15 seconds, to the point where I was like, hi, because she didn't say anything. And then I was like, oh, my friend is coming in this class. He's probably going to sit in front of me. He came in and sat down, and she would just talk to us. She was a little socially awkward. And at the time, I didn't realize this. This is in Miami. Went to a very, very diverse university. I didn't realize that she was talking to us because we were the only other two white people in the class from what I can recall, or we were the closest white people to her, I guess. And Laura was really smart in psychology, weirdly enough. And she would always raise her hand and always be like fighting the teacher on certain things. And so because she was so smart, she would ask us to do a study group with her. And of course we were saying yes because she was so smart. She would say sort of weird things. And we kind of felt more bad for her than anything. She would make comments about how she knew that she needed to get work done on her face if she was going to be on TV. Spring semester, I was an RA, so I'd go back to campus early. I had come out just to some people around and some of our mutual friends, and she found out that I was gay. And she texted me and asked if I was in my room, and I said yeah, because it was before school started and she was living off campus at the time. So she comes to my room like 20 minutes later, knocks on my door. I let her in, and she is laying on my futon in a suggestive way, and she started kind of arguing with me about being gay and about how like I wouldn't know if I was gay if I hadn't slept with a woman. And I turned around and looked at her, and she had pulled her boobs out of her shirt and was pretty much just like, come on, how would you know if you were gay if you've never been with a woman before? And I like turned around and laughed it off. It was so incredibly weird, so incredibly awkward.
Please help us, Mr. President, before it is too late, because Jack Dorsey is trying to influence the election, to sway the election.
What's she saying? I can't understand her. What?
Steal the election. That is why
What's
you're
she-
censoring and shadow banning.
How about a dan? 12 and a half, 15, 7 and a half, $20, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 30. Hit $30 down here, 2 and a half, 5, 35, 7 and a half, 40. Hit $40, 2 and a half, 5, 45, 7 and a half, 50. Hit $50 down here, 2 and a half.
Officer, will you escort this young lady out, please?
Hit 2 and a half now, 5, 55, 7 and a half, 70. Up 2 and a half now, 5, 75, 7 and a half, $80 to 5, 85, 90. Hit $100 and a 10, 10 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 75 to 2, 2 and a quarter. Hit 2 and a half, 75, 3, you bomb 300. Hit 3 and a quarter. Hit 3 and a quarter now, half, 3 and a half, 75, 400. Hit but 4, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. We're selling the cell phone there, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. Hit 4 and a half, 475, 505, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. I yield back.